Hey y'all, Joefer here, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. Today, I am going to go off topic a bit in that it made me cranky, but it's more of a TV series review. I took several days to do this, but there are 10 episodes of a show on Netflix called Too Much. This is the latest release from Lena Dunham. She's the one that wrote Girls and became super popular and famous because of that. With this one, she wrote the story and she created it, and she also, I don't think she produced it, but she directed 8 of the 10 episodes. She also stars in the series. I've got to give credit, I have to give credit also to Louise Felber, who also wrote some of it, created the story. And Lena Dunham did the teleplay, I think, on her own. There were also several other staff writers who jumped in and did other things, but they're too numerous to mention. Okay. It stars Megan Stalter, and she is on Hacks. Gene Smart's character has an agent, and he's this pretty muscle boy. And he has his own agency in the later seasons, and his partner in the agency is the daughter of the rich guy that, like, he was part of that rich guy's agency before, and he let him go. So when he left, this assistant was pretty much in love with him, so she went with him, and now she's part of his agency. She's a fine actress, but she has a particular way of acting. And I will tell you now, it got on my nerves. Okay, also starring in this is Will Sharp as Felix. He is the actor who is in the series White Lotus when they were in Italy. He was Aubrey Plaza's character's husband. He had a startup and someone bought it and he was now super rich. Michael Zagan, who plays Zev. Michael Zagan is, you might know him from the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. He played Mrs. Maisel's ex-husband. Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife, she plays the character Jessica, which is Megan Stalter. She plays her mom. And she's kind of a strung-out, hippie-ish, self-consuming, all she cares about is herself. Richard Grant plays Jessica's boss. Richard Grant, I don't think he's a household name, but he's in a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things. A lot of British shows, a lot of high-end dramas. I mean, this is a stellar cast. Rhea Perlman, she plays Jessica's grandmother, or Rita Wilson's mom. She plays an old Jewish mother, and she's kooky. She gives advice. There is one scene where she's giving Jessica sex advice, and that was kind of funny. Lena Dunham, who wrote everything, she plays Jessica's sister, Nora. Andrew Reynolds, he is very familiar. He's been in a lot of different shows. I think he became prominent when he did The Book of Mormon on Broadway, but he was also in Girls, playing Hannah, the lead character played by Lena Dunham. He was playing her ex-college boyfriend who'd come out as gay, and now it was her best friend. Kit Harington, you'll know him from Game of Thrones. Which Stark was he? He's the last Stark male to survive, other than the crippled kid who has visions. I want to say his name's John Stark in that show. He plays Jessica's dad. So you really only see him in memories because he's deceased. You see him in memories when she was a baby. Jennifer Saunders, that's right, the queen of comedy from Absolutely Fabulous, is also in this show. And she plays a woman of her age, and I think she's probably in her 60s. And she's still going to the party circuit, and she's doing coke and drinking and everything. And she has 2 teenage kids. And in the show, she is kind of what do you call it when you help somebody not codependent, but you're helping someone with their addiction, not preventing the addiction, but helping further the addiction. Anyway, she is wearing a dress that's far too tight. Let me just put it that way. Okay, here's what just got me cranky. The acting of Megan Stalter. Oh my God. She sounded like, and the way she delivered her lines and her faces and her clothes, it was very much like on Hacks. And in Hacks, you get just little bits of her, so it's tolerable, and you think, oh, well, you know, she's kind of funny. But when you give her her own show and she does that for an entire half hour or more, it's just, oh, I didn't think I was going to be able to finish this, but it was getting better each episode. And then around episode 5, the story really picked up and it made me want to see where it's going. So I did. Oh boy, I don't want to ruin it because it's only been out for like 2 or 3 weeks. So some of you viewing might actually want to watch it. But it is a lot of women talking about their feelings. A little bit of an empowerment. It's more of a study, I think, of insecurity, because Jessica, she's telling herself that she's a strong, vibrant, beautiful woman, but she comes across as so insecure, and I believe that's why the men in her life glob onto her, because she's broken or she's insecure and they can really influence her. They kind of go into that at the end too. Also, what is that supermodel? I want to say Renajetsky, but Rajaniski, she's in here too. What is her name? Renajetsky. I did not write it down because I didn't even think that she was going to come up in my conversation. But she plays Zev's rebound. He actually leaves Jessica to be with this supermodel who is super pretty, but she's not an influencer, or she's not a model in the show. She's an influencer because on her Etsy page, she knits or crochets, and this is in, back in Brooklyn or something. So she's super popular. Story goes, Jessica, the lead, she breaks up with her boyfriend and she's miserable and she starts messing up at work. And she works for her brother-in-law, who is played by Andrew Reynolds. And he gives her the opportunity of going to England and starting over because he has connections and he can get her a job as something in a marketing agency. I'm not quite sure what her title is. I don't think it's ever mentioned. She does end up in a director's capacity at one point. So again, I don't know what her job is. She seems to really F off a lot of work, as do everyone in that office. I don't know how they get anything done. And when she meets this new guy in England, Felix, he is like the singer in a punk rock band or a faux punk rock band. And they hook up immediately, of course. And then even when this is how insecure and she lets men walk over her. She's saying, no, I got talked to at work today. I have to really clean up my act. I have to go to bed early. And he's going, okay. But then he's keeping her up all night and they're having sex all night. And then they keep showing the clock and it's getting later and later. And it's like 4 a.m. and they're having sex again. And I guess she makes it to work on time. It's not really addressed. But it just shows how she's easily manipulated by men. Now, that is the episode, I think, that started to get better, and that's why I tuned in for the rest of them. All in all, I'm going to give you a rating on this. Crank factor, the first episode, super cranky, 4 out of 5. And it went down until we got to, like I said, number 5, episode 5. And I think that was cranky. I was cranky probably at a 3. And then towards the end, like I said, it got much better. They did an entire episode of Jessica's background. They did an entire episode of Felix's background. An entire episode of Nora, which is Lena Dunham's character. which makes a lot of sense. I don't know why Lena did this. Jessica is the main focus, but she went ahead and made the show about her as well throughout, and then at the end, and it was just like, ugh, this is too much. And that's the title of the whole thing. It's like, this is too much. And throughout in different episodes, someone will say, this is too much. I think Felix, the boyfriend, says it. I think Jessica might say it. I know Jessica's boss says it. Some of the side characters, I think, also say it. And also, there is a neighbor in Britain when Jessica moves there who is instantly in love with her. He's a young guy who just thinks she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Now, okay, now I'm going to get biased, I guess. And this is not body shaming, but it is about bodies. Jessica's character, even on Hacks, she is a BBW. I think that's her term. Or she said plus size. She might have said plus size, but I think she said BBW. But the way that she attires herself is so unflattering. She wears like baby doll dresses or a long maxi skirt, and that's something that looks like a lace top. And Felix, her boyfriend, mentions that, I wish you wouldn't wear that. I don't find it attractive. It's really ugly. And she's saying, I like it. It makes me feel comfortable and empowered. And he's going, okay, but it's really ugly. And Felix was right. It's really ugly. But she's also right because it's her body. She can wear what she wants. And Lena Dunham has put on some weight since the girls' days. Now, I know that. I've seen her online with her husband in the last 2 years. And then I watched the show that she's in with Stephen Fry, who, by the way, is also in this series as Felix's father. Stephen Fry plays Lena Dunham's dad. And this is, I think, in the 60s. Maybe the 70s, but they go back to Poland to visit the place where he grew up because Lena Dunham's character, his daughter, really wants to see it. And they end up going to Auschwitz. I think it's Auschwitz. No, it's Birken. It's a concentration camp. It might be Birkenfield, Birkendorf. I would have to look it up. But he plays her dad, and they have this kind of ongoing tension throughout the entire movie. How's that? Look at that. I'm not wiggling my boobs. I'm just wiggling whatever this is. Like I said, he's in it as well. But I was not prepared to see Lena Dunham in the outfit, or one of the outfits, that she shows up in this series. I mean, we want to talk not flattering. I know that she's very body positive, and that's great, but she's wearing this super tight, I want to say that it's multicolored, but it's a sparkly, shiny thing, and it's not doing her any favors. The men, Felix, he wears some attire that certainly doesn't do him any favors either, and he's a very, very fit lad, but I don't know who was picking out the outfits. Maybe Lena Dunham. Okay, Rita Wilson, also. Ugly, ugly clothes. Rhea Perlman. She actually looked elegant in her stuff, even if it wasn't super fancy, but that worked for her. Andrew Rennell. They made him look like a Midwestern, middle-aged husband who is prissy and prim, and I thought he was going to come out as gay in this series, because that's certainly how his character acts. And then at the end, we find out that he's dating two Codys, and one of them is a man. So I guess his character is bisexual without ever saying he's a bisexual. In reality, I believe he's totally homo. But he's married to, in real life, he's married to Kip. Oh, boy, what is his name? Kip or Trip? It's a really, really handsome actor he's aging, so he looks much older now. He's probably in his 60s as well. But when he was young, it was like, he was like the heartthrob love interest in a lot of these teen movies or coming of age movies, and he heartthrobbed to women. That's beside the point. I guess if you want to know who Andrew Reynolds is married to, Tuck, his first name's Tuck. Like Tuck Donovan? I don't know. It'll come to me once I turn off the video. Okay, so this wasn't a traditional Cranky episode, but this is a story I wanted to share with you because the series, I think, if you can tolerate an annoying voice and really choppy dialogue and a character that's always running on and on and on and who's super, super insecure, you might like this show. Again, I was tempted not to finish it until I hit like episode 5 and it started getting interesting. So you might want to give it a shot. All right, that is all I got for today. This is already almost at 17, so I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful Thursday. And yes, it's Naked Pool Night, of course, and I am going. See, I'm prepared. I'm trying on my outfit for tonight. What do you think? You like? This is my outfit for tonight. Okay. So, stay cranky, my friend. Stay cranky. Bye-bye.
You like the quiet, I need the sound. You pull away when I come around. You say I'm too much, too loud, too fast, but I only run 'cause I want it to last. You say it's love, but it feels like war. I reach for you, you close the door. When is it too much? When does love turn cold? Is it me? Is it you? Or just the rules? You feed my fears, then call me weak. Say I'm too needy when I speak. When is it too much? Are we lovers or just pretend? Are we building or near the end? You twist my words, I lose control. You play on the doubt I try to hold. You say I'm broken, I say you're blind. But maybe we're both just misaligned. Maybe we're mirrors, cracked and flawed, reflecting wounds we never saw. Everyone's broken when it comes to love. We wear our scars like velvet gloves. When is it too much? Maybe it always is, but we keep chasing that reckless kiss.